Why the hell are you crying? What are you doing? It is your fault. You are the problem. It is time for the brawl to end it all. The thunder from down under. It is... No, it's not a fight. Well, kinda. It's the reunion episode of The Other Way, because let's just not pretend that the production isn't orchestrating some of this, because magically things like to come out during these things, but it's entertaining. And where do some of these couples stand? Do Sarper and Shekinah actually make it work somehow, some way? Do James and Tata find a way to figure out where they're going to live without fighting every 2 seconds? Does Josh finally sleep with Lilly? Because let's get real, it's kinda getting weird. Did Corona and Inky actually end up together? Are Statler and Dempsey anywhere to be found in the reunion? And did Sean and Joanne finally make it work, or are they really gonna live apart for 6 years? All of it entertaining to come, but first make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I appreciate all the support. Thank you so much. It does not go unnoticed, and I do not take it for granted. Thank you all. Y'all are amazing. Let's get it started. Little different. We're just going to roll with it and roll through the whole thing and see where we end up, because the madness ensues, but it does not disappoint. Oh,
I'm
you know.
surprised. This was not what I...
Now, you know, when we're starting out with this crazy outfit, it's gonna be interesting. So, only thing interesting there is, why the hell would you wear that? But hey, someone's trying to stand out, and that just means more fun for everyone else when the sparks fly. They are literally eating a stick of butter. Now, we are starting this with a great, healthy, energetic snack, stick of butter. And, you know, I don't know what they're doing here. I mean, look, I've heard of the carnivore diet. Look, I've heard good things. I don't know. But eating a straight up stick of butter, it almost seems like there's a little bit of a tension factor there. But hey, I don't know. Maybe it really is the best thing ever.
The couples tell all.
The couples tell all.
Now, you may have noticed one of our The Other Way couples
Who's missing?
is not present. Statler and Dempsey have broken up, and they will not be joining us.
Called that. I wonder if she left Statler on the side of the road and Dempsey drove off in the van into the sunset, because we all know that no matter how many times she said, I can write a letter if you'd like, and we can just try to make it work one way or the other, you know, and then we'll both own the van. You know damn well she took that van and ran off, and Dempsey or Statler was caught holding the bag. So shocked? Not at all. And I argue, or I challenge anyone out there, was anyone actually shocked by this one? They was never gonna work, but they won't even show up for the reunion, so it must have been bad. Because they got to be contractually obligated. You see these reunion episodes and you wonder sometimes, why on earth would you come back to even deal with this? So if they didn't come back, then it must have been bad.
Because he's a piece of
What the hell did he say?
You're a piece of You're lucky you're not sitting here in person. Don't walk.
He's like, what? All right, Conor McGregor's weird younger brother? What the hell is wrong with you? And why the hell are you taking it so personal against this guy? They both had issues. They both clearly had no business being in a relationship. They both had impulse control issues when they jumped into it. So why are you taking it out on this guy? I mean, both of them had, let's just call it mutual. And quite frankly, you know, a little bit later we see a little bit more, at least he says what, you know, he's going to say about how it ended. I'm sure in the next episode we'll get a little bit about what Corona says. Either way, why the hell is weird Conor McGregor taking an unnatural interest in this? I don't know, but it's kind of weird.
To be honest, to keep this relationship running, I had to do that. It was impossible for her to adapt Turkey.
Okay.
I did my best to convince her, but it was really difficult.
Didn't work.
And I felt that she will be unhappy.
Is that right, Shekinah?
Yeah.
You just could not...
She knew. I mean, this is the thing. He's basically saying that I try as I might to make it work in Turkey, because that's where he wanted to be. She wouldn't be happy, so now he ended up in the States. How long that actually lasts, because they have plenty of trust issues themselves, and it doesn't seem that they have happy periods, and really, look, I am team for them getting their own reality show, because damn if that train wreck isn't entertaining as hell. So please, give them their own show, have fun with that, and they might give them a spinoff. Either way, they got plenty of trust issues they got to work through. They both are possessive as hell. They both are jealous as hell. So there's plenty of stuff they can work on there. But Might as well make a show while doing it because at least it'll be fun.
Jealous, possessive, and territorial.
She has
Yes.
a territory. She's in the middle, like the sun. She has an orbit. She always wants me on that orbit, turning around her, you know?
And what happens?
You know?
What?
And when I'm in her territory, I'm the best.
Okay,
You are
okay.
the best boyfriend ever.
The best ever.
You are
when
the
I'm-
smartest
yes,
man on the
yes,
planet.
yes.
When I'm out, you disgusting, gross creature.
When I'm out of it, you disgusting, gross creature, you. But when I'm in it, you're the best boyfriend ever. Like, at least he can have a laugh about it because that's hilarious. That is the stuff that is TV gold. Like, if they don't capitalize on that, they're idiots. Just for the, you know, just for the entertainment value. But either way, clearly that's a toxic problem. And it's on both their parts. It's not just her. I mean, it's him too. But saying, if I'm out of the orbit, then you disgusting creature, you ugly fool, you. Like, damn. Like, you just turned like into a damn demon. Holy crap.
If I feel that I will cheat on you, I will break up with you and then cheat. It's
Oh,
not
okay,
cheating.
nice.
Well, that's comforting. Every girl loves to hear
I
that.
promise.
Oh, I promise you, if I'm going to cheat on you, I'll just leave you and just sleep with that person. like his bluntness is hilarious. So, you know, again, kudos for that. But the funny thing about him is that we really have seen a shift. And even Corona, who, you know, is a hard herself on trying to be like, no man ever, all that crap. But yet even she can admit that he's made a change. So that's the interesting thing about it is he's not the same person he was. So then they decide that here's that drama I told you about that they wait on to just sometimes completely fabricate, sometimes dig up to try to really get something going. Well, here we go. And Sarper was, of course, a prime target. Who's shocked? They decide to bring up one of the girls he hooked up with out of the 2,500. So it probably wasn't that hard to find. And, you know, just to stir up a little bit of controversy. Shocker. But there's some caveats to it and some twists that might make it not as bad as it seems. But at face value, Shekinah isn't happy with it.
Why?
Like, you don't even know him.
Oh, okay.
Like a one night stand, and you like know he wouldn't cheat.
Okay, listen. So the girl's saying he's a good guy. Yes, they were a one night stand, and you know he feels like she's a good guy. It is a little odd that she's defending him like this. So clearly she's probably holding a candle to him because it's a little bit weird, and we'll get to a little bit more of that. However, Shekinah saying, "And you're just a one night stand, and you know, Shekinah, you were that one night stand at one point. Now, at some point it morphed. But do you really think after the first time y'all slept together that he was just done at that point?" No, absolutely not. He wasn't. And you know that. So it's kind of an odd, you know, way to criticize this girl. You're mad, obviously, that someone's coming on saying, oh, he's a good guy. It's another girl talking about your man. I get it. You know, I understand why you're upset. But that criticism, you might want to stay away from that one. Then she decides that she's going to show all these text messages that they have. And she decides to scroll them through. And it looks crazy because there's pictures of them and everything. But then, you know, they decide to ask how many. Well, let's see if there's a little bit more to the story than that.
Just in a picture.
Okay. This is
Okay.
before
Before
Shekinah.
Shekinah.
Ah,
Okay.
before?
So, Didi, how many different threads are there?
Yes, how many?
4, 5, 6, 7.
Again, she's counting 4, 5, 6, all these threads with him. Sounds bad.
This was before the relationship.
It was.
Yeah.
It was
It was before.
before.
Well, no.
It was absolutely before the relationship. What are you even talking about?
No, there was some.
Then they go on to say that there was the one where he was in the relationship at the time, but she says, did he say he was with a girlfriend? She said, yes. Now, that was a little bit odd. He did go a little off like, oh, she's going to be upset and do all this and stuff like that. You can't meet, because the girl was like, yeah, I can come meet her when I'm in town. He's like, yeah, no, because she's possessive. So that was a little odd in how it went, but there was no indication that there was anything nefarious. And quite frankly, if they had that, they would bring it up. Now, we have a whole part 2, so there's always possible they really bring it out from the woodwork of some kind of him cheating. That's possible. But with this girl, they're just trying to trot out something that's really not there. And in reality, it's just stuff that happened a lot before the relationship and some brief conversations into it where he actually acknowledged that he has a girlfriend. So clearly, they're trying to drum up some stuff here. Could he have handled things differently? Probably. But does it really seem like he's doing anything crazy? No. So again, one way the producers do it, and you know, they want to get Shekinah emotional, so shocker there.
I've dealt with his past ever since we met, and I'm
Okay.
tired of it.
Mm-hmm. What
It was
about
the
it?
bottle collection.
Yeah.
It was exes reaching out. It was his book.
Okay. Bottle collection destroyed it. Exes reaching out. 99% of it happened before, and he did acknowledge he had a girlfriend with the interaction that happened while he was still with you, or when he was with you, and the book he burned. So he's getting rid of all his past, and he's trying to actually make a difference, it would seem. So, maybe give a little bit of grace here and stop with the jealousy, but we'll see if she can make any strides and ways to change, because look, in their relationship, they have both made plenty of mistakes. The problem is, it's not just her. In this instance, she's going a little off the deep end, but they're both possessive, they're both jealous, they both cause problems, and that is going to continue to lead to issues in their relationship. If they can't figure that out and come to some kind of communication, renaissance, I don't know, some kind of crazy enlightening of communication, then it's just not going to last. As entertaining as they are, as fun as they would be on their own show, it is not going to last.
It's a lot different than I thought he was going to be. So different. A lot different.
He's likable.
Yeah,
When
he's
you
changing.
have this group of people acknowledging that maybe he's made a change. You have Corona in there actually acknowledging that Sarper is a little bit different. Maybe there's something to it, Nat, because she's not exactly the most friendly to some of the men on the stage. So there's that. But it's all to be determined, of course. I mean, there's still, like, he moved to LA. Like, what he's got to have unless she keeps him locked up, he's going to have to prove that he's faithful, or he's not going to prove that he's faithful, and it's all going to fall apart. Those are the options. Let's hope he proves he's faithful.
Lilly, how would you rate your relationship with Josh today?
10.
Oh, damn. She said 3. 3. He said 6, and she said 3. Like, damn, lady. Like, I don't really blame her. I mean, he is just a man-child that's not even trying to take care of his wife, and he's got the complex because he can't work, and I get that. I really get that, because as a man, you want to be able to provide, you want to be able to take care of your family, you want to be able to do all these things. Even if your wife is working as well, it's just ingrained in you to want to provide. That's just part of it. But the thing about him is, he knew this going in. He wasn't getting a work visa. He wasn't going to be able to work. So it's kind of, I have less of a, sympathy for him towards that, because the issue is he knew it going in and he wasn't going to be able to. So to go there and cry about it when you knew it and you made the decision and could have decided something different, maybe tried to get a work visa, maybe said, hey, maybe you can come over here. I don't know, something different. But he didn't do, and now he's crying about not being able to work. So, obviously, big issues there.
对我们就是经常吵架，我就觉得婚后
lots of
总是吵
arguing.
架争吵，
Yes.
然后
Ooh,
我的丈夫每天
blames
都
you
在
every
责
day.
怪我，我们甚至于没有拥抱
Ooh.
没有 sex。
We don't hug and we don't have sex. Still, man? Like, during the season, you weren't having it at all. You were there the whole time. You got there from being away from her for 6 weeks. You got married. All those times, those big occasions that you're like, you kind of typically think you're going to have sex. You didn't do it any of those times? Like, seriously, dude, what the hell is going on?
他是一个非常有自信的人。
Ooh.
现在我完全因为我的丈夫，
Damn.
我失去了我的自信。
I have lost complete confidence because of my husband. Holy crap, dude. What are you doing? Like, you are not protecting and being there for your wife, for your significant other, long-term girl, whatever you want to say is more than just, I will protect you physically. You're also caring for them and making sure you're building them up and being one unit and showing that together you can conquer the world. That is what being in a good relationship is. And yet, when your girlfriend, your wife, your whoever has lost confidence and says it's because of you, like, man, it's time to really rethink some things for real.
So, I know that, she's not 100% happy, and that does bother me.
Why the hell are you crying? What are you doing? It is your fault. You are the problem. Stop. You need to be a man. You need to man up, wipe those tears away, and take care of your woman. What the holy hell are you doing here? You ain't being no man. You're a man-child. I can't take away your man card anymore because you've lost all 5 I've given back to you. I mean, that's an over-exaggeration, obviously, but damn, all he does is cry about it, and then when he's on camera, when he's actually doing something, he's blaming her for every problem. But right now, because he's in front of everybody, he's trying to make a scene about it like, I'm sorry, I tried so hard, I just don't know. Dude, you do know. Take responsibility, take accountability. I don't know what your issue is here, but you need to figure it out. You need to say, if you really love this woman, if you really want to be with this woman, you need to commit to figuring out what your issue is, why you can't be intimate, why you blame her for everything, why you have communication issues. Because, quite frankly, other than the one little issue with the light where she kept bugging about the sirens when you were saying, I need to know what that is, then other than that, she hasn't really shown any issue. And really, even that, it was more you. So you are the problem. Time to fix it or get out and leave that poor lady alone.
But she's still there. She's sticking it out because she loves him, I think. Otherwise, if you're at a 3, you're going to bail unless you have love.
What's that?
Okay, I do agree with that. So basically, James was saying that she doesn't love him because she's at a 3. But yet, Shekinah is saying, well, I feel like you still have love because otherwise, why would you be there if you were at a 3? I do agree with that. The reality is you are on your way out the door, but if you're still there and saying you are at a 3 in your relationship, then it means you are really trying and really fighting because you love that person. The question is it in vain? Is it really going to be enough? Is it going to do something? Or are you just fighting for something that can't be saved? In this case, I think they're fighting for, or she's fighting for something that can't be saved, because he's not fighting at all. He's crying about it on national TV, but he's not fighting. He obviously doesn't care enough to really figure out what the hell his problem is. And if it's because you don't have a job, if it really is the financial issue, then I don't know what to tell you, because you made the decision yourself. You agreed. She spent almost every dime she had, if not every dime, to build this mansion. I know you didn't ask for it. I get it. But now you're there and you can't work and you're crying basically because it's her making the money. Like, you can't have it both ways. You either say, I just can't deal with that and I can't move over there because I need to be able to provide and I need to be able to work, or you accept it because that's what you decided to do. You can't have your cake and eat it too, but he thinks he can.
I hate to say, but I agree with him.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to revenge. I
Physical
think Lilly
intimacy
does
is
love
very-
you.
Yeah, exactly. They're saying, dude, they're giving the advice of you have to be intimate with her. You have to touch her. And Corona's like, I can't help it. But I agree with Sarper here, because Sarper's like, what are you doing, man? You have to be close to her. You have to touch her. You have to, give it to her good, like in his over-exaggerated fashion. But he's not wrong in the sense that you're married, and yet you've been in China for God knows how long, because it was like 6 weeks, I think, when the show ended. But now, at that point, you hadn't had sex at all. And now he goes on to say that in this time they've known each other, they've had sex like 4 or 5 times. 4 or 5 times, and they've known each other for several years. I know part of that, he was in the States. But damn, dude, you should have had more than sex than that when you've been back for the 6 weeks, just for the simple fact that you hadn't seen her in so long. So, I mean, do you really want to be in this relationship? Are you harboring feelings elsewhere from a different persuasion? Because, my friend, there's something serious there.
然后就是在中国，
In our culture, women often feel shy about
女
this.
人是会不好意思的。
So basically what she's saying is that in their culture, it is more of the man initiating. That's part of the culture. The problem with that and why that's relevant is because he just got done saying it's both of us. She's not touching me either. Maybe it'd be a relevant argument if you weren't over there and you weren't so obsessed with the Chinese culture that this is something you should know. So, but he does know that. Let's be real. He knows that. He's just using it as an excuse because he can say, well, she hasn't touched me either, when in reality he knows that it's uncomfortable for her because of the culture, and it's up to him. And because he hasn't initiated, and now he's on national television, he's trying to save face by saying, well, it's really 50-50. No, take accountability, dude. It's you. Like, I don't care what the issue is. You got some ED going on, buddy? Well, go ahead and say it. It's like, I got some ED, got to give it. Don't have my blue pills. Can't get them. Got to get some blue pills. Like, say something. But damn, continuing to try not to take responsibility, it makes you even less of a man. You are full-blown child form. You are full-blown man-child. Take away the man, you're just a child. It's ridiculous.
If they don't have that passion, I mean, they will be housemates.
Yep. I mean, he's exactly right. If they're not having that passion and showing what it is, they are just going to be housemates. Like, what's the point? I mean, like, I get it. It's more, you have more of that connection. You have more of that, there's more to a relationship, obviously. But passion, connection, all of that is very important. And right now, he's not showing any of that. He just shows it's like he's a roommate with her, and that's how she feels. That's a big problem, buddy.
The United States and be with James.
That he promising me that he will bring my sister.
No! Is he high? How much cocaine did he do today to think that that would be a good idea?
I agree. Okay, I will come back there, but you need to keep this promise.
So basically, it's like, yeah, I'm going to come and be with my husband, but you need to let my sister come and, kind of have an open-ended ticket. Yeah, it doesn't seem like that's going to end well for him, but he did it because he wants to be with his wife. So, yeah, buddy, you're in for hell on earth.
I don't know him yet.
Oh, you don't know him. Okay.
Why didn't you try to get to know James?
Yeah, why?
Do I need to?
This is the problem. She is completely showing that she's not going to change, that nothing about her has changed, that she is going to continue to feel and act the same way about him, but yet she's coming over there and going to live with them for God knows how long and raise holy hell. Like, what on earth is he thinking? And he says it great later when he says, I'm just going to basically be defending and trying to save my marriage every day. What is the point? You might as well have left her over there and tried to save your marriage every day from a distance perspective. Because now you're going to be dealing with this fight and her trying to come up with things and fake stories and fake stuff behind your back and just lie about you all the time. That is what you're going to be dealing with.
They just never solve their problem. They never talk
Okay.
about it. Like, I just want them to talk about it.
Okay.
But I know that that's the kind of person she is,
Oh.
and then he is also...
No. It's her. She is the problem in this instance. And we'll get to James and the problems he has because he's an idiot too. But in this instance, she is the problem. She is 100% the problem. You are blinded by this. But instead of it saying she's the problem and you know what, I'm going to tell her she needs to fix it if she wants a relationship with her sister because this is my husband, you're saying, no, he's stubborn too. They need to fix it. She's the one that made up rumors about him to make y'all break up, hopefully, and to poison like the thought of him with your family. And yet you're just like, yeah, she probably won't do it again. Come on, she is smarter than that.
From internet, and then it just suddenly they engage and then get married.
Oh yeah.
And then he don't even ask permission to me.
He don't even ask permission for me. Now, little bit of a caveat there is it's a little bit of a cultural thing. But the problem here is he didn't ask permission. Why the hell would he ask permission for you when you're the one making up stories and lies behind his back? He knows damn well you'd say no. So it's more like, okay, your sister's going to make the decision for herself. I guess she's going to either decide whether to be with me or not. But there's no point in me asking you because you're just going to say no and say, oh, the ball's in my court? Yeah, no, buddy, get the hell out. My sister, and just take possession, basically, of your sister. So I don't blame him, cultural or not. I don't blame him at all. But the next thing is, okay, we got the whole idiocy of, oh, but my sister, and how that's going to play into your marriage, which is horribly. But then James's idiocy decides to come out when they talk about the issue with kids and how he feels about that. And he decides to go ahead and explain his worldview on kids, which is a bunch of lies, a bunch of BS. And in reality, he might as well just admit that he doesn't want kids because he doesn't want the responsibility. Because quite frankly, if you really believe what you're saying out of your mouth, you're a freaking idiot.
World's changed, not me.
Oh.
After COVID, people just...
But you don't want to have a kid in the beginning.
In the beginning, I did.
Oh,
the world's changed, not me.
Oh, it's not me. It's not me.
After COVID, people just forgot how to interact, forgot how to be kind or genuine to people. It seemed like people were just so used to living on the internet.
Look at Sarper. Look at he's like, what the hell he say?
There's a lot of people out there that are just so cold to everybody.
Yes, that's everywhere. That is absolutely everywhere.
Cold to everybody.
That's always been the case,
This is
though.
America, man.
I feel
It's
like
not.
they're using that as an
This is the thing, and even Sean wants to say that's America. No, that's everywhere. Guess what? There are nice people everywhere, and there are bad people everywhere. The fact is you're making an excuse. If you have your kid, it is your job to protect. If you're too much of a coward to take on the role of protecting your child and want to hide behind the fact that it's a scary world. but you don't want to actually try to raise a child, and by the way, raise them to be those good people that you're saying don't exist because you're lying, then you know what? You're just a coward and you deserve to be alone. Because right now, you know what's going to happen? You're going to keep saying no, no, no because you're being a diva, even though you claimed you did in the beginning. So either you lied in the beginning or you're lying now. But you're right. No one can force you to have a child. But your wife wants to have a child. So if you don't come to terms with that and actually come up with some sort of compromise or, let her go because she wants to have a child, she's going to stay with you because she's already said that. She's going to stay with you and you are going to deprive her. Now, you don't have to do that, of course. But you need to keep this in mind instead of just thinking about yourself here, because you are not the only one in this equation. But go ahead, keep lying to yourself about the stupid excuse you make, because it's retarded. It's dumb. Needless to say, it is incredibly crazy what is going on here. We're going to get to Corona and Inky the next time because sparks will fly, not to mention the other couples who still have a lot to share. This reunion is far from over, but it is just getting good because naturally we have to have fireworks and we have to have explosions, and the production crew is doing good at kind of stoking the flames to get there. But either way, there's a lot of idiots in this crew, and there's a lot of maybe decent people. But who knows how it's going to all end up, who's going to stay together, and who lives happily ever after. I would venture to say that eventually none of them are going to live happily ever after. But it's probably going to be like Sarper and Shekinah, the one that everyone's like, they're probably the most volatile. They'll probably be the one that ends up together. So I'm here to see that. Gotta love it. But make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I appreciate all the support. Thank you so much. And I will see y'all next time.